Hey, this is Brent, and welcome to Brent's Crossroads. We are headed on our adventure in Bonaire. We're going to head to Klein Bonaire and then take a tour of the port area whenever we return, because I was in a hurry to get there before the shuttle left. All right, if you're wanting to get to Klein Bonaire, which is Little Bonaire, which is a small island, which stands for Little Bonaire, but the water taxi here from Caribe Watersports is the best way to get there if you don't have an excursion. And it's a 5-minute walk from the cruise port. You hop onto here. They leave every hour. And then you'll take off on your 20-minute trip to Klein Bonaire. Yeah, unless you have an excursion, the only way to get to Klein Bonaire, since it is an island, is to take the water taxi. And the water taxis are $25 for adults and $15 for children round trip. And since Klein Bonaire is a really good snorkel location, if you do not have snorkel gear, they rent snorkel gear for $5. They also sell cold drinks, water, colas, beers, because there's no facilities or anything whatsoever on Klein Bonaire. There's no restrooms, no restaurants, no facilities, anything. You can have a picnic lunch there. Here's the ghost ship. I really kept waiting for like dead bodies to start falling over the side. It just looked like a derelict ship. So if you're taking the boats to Klein Bonaire, the first shuttle out is at 9:15 a.m. in the morning. And then the last boat back that leaves Klein Bonaire is at 4:45 p.m. And let's say it's about every hour. They have the schedule posted on the website and also on the placard there where you get your tickets at a Carol's Beach Bar. And you can take a picnic lunch. You see they have a couple of picnic things and some trash cans, but that is absolutely it. But you see the water is beautiful. It's gorgeous. You don't have much of a space here because you can see how close the line is. So I'm trying out my new full face mask, snorkel mask, to cover my glasses. And you can see when I pan up here a little bit, it's like you get to that line right there, and then it's just a solid straight drop off. But the snorkeling here is very good, and you can just let yourself go and float, and the current will take you down along the ridge here, down to the other side of Klein Bonaire, which Klein Bonaire is a 1,500-acre island, uninhabited. Like I said, there's no amenities. It's even illegal to take shells because it is a protected place. And the snorkeling is absolutely fabulous. Saw lots of various fishes. I was kind of cagey about wanting to swim too close up to that edge there. Here, just kind of let you can just, like I said, you can just let the current take you. And it's really relaxing. Highly suggest. When I got back out, I found my little friend here, a little sand crab. He's a fast little dude too. I almost didn't see him. Yeah, so I guess I tend to respect fellow travelers a little bit better. It's like these tours like this that come to a private, or not a private beach, but a public beach that's a nature preserve, jumping off the boat and drinking and playing music real loud and just being belligerent, and people are trying to snorkel and they're scaring the fish away. It's like, don't be like these people. Yeah, and it's where be sure you have, especially if you're on a cruise ship, be sure you have your phone, be sure you have an alarm set, be sure you know the schedule, because it's about an hour. Since it's a 20-minute trip there and back, you have to pay attention to the leave time. Like I said, when the last one's 4:45, so before that it's probably around 3:45. So you got to be careful and make sure you're paying attention. They guarantee you will get back if you have the cruise ship ticket through them, but you're still going to have to be responsible for watching yourselves. There's the ship as we're headed back. Headed back to Kralendijk, which is also the capital of Bonaire. Just like the rest of the, it's one of the most beautiful of the ABCs. It's also one of the least developed of the ABCs. Here we are, pulling back up to the water taxi spot. Now this is going to be backwards than a lot of other videos because we were literally running the 5 minutes to get over here to the water taxi at Carol's Bar and Grill before the 9:15, before the first boat left. We barely made the first boat out because we wanted to make sure we had a lot of time. So 9:15, first boat out. You can book your tickets beforehand. You can buy them at the stand here. There's also some stands as you get closer in toward the port. So this is the main thoroughfare back toward the ship where everything is docked here. It's called Cruise Haven. And if you have a little extra time, here's the Terramar Museum there to the left. Okay, now here's a place you can also have picnics, and right across from it is this building here. That is a public restroom and changing spot. So if you're headed to Klein Bonaire and you want to change before you get back on the boat or after you get off the boat, that's the public restroom and changing room. And that's the only public restroom like along this stretch in between the cruise port and before you get to Carol's to get your water taxi. And there's this really beautiful walkway. If you look down in the water and you sit there and just watch for a while, you can see there's lots of fish that swim in it. Clear water. So it's an easy 5-minute walk down to the water taxi from the port here. And if you look to the left, there's, this market, this open air market has a lot of good stuff. Some Bonaire, some cactus liquor, which was interesting. You can also buy there's lots of like artisan people here that don't sell like the made in China stuff, that sell like stuff that they make and pieces of art and really cool stuff. So if you have time, definitely check this open air market out. Now we're walking back around to the port. And this building and everything over here is the Fort Orange, which was never actually kind of used as a fort. It never really served the purpose it was built for. And now it's just kind of like offices. They still have some cannons there because, if you were a fort in the Caribbean, if you don't have cannons, you're just not as cool. So here are these nice, pretty show cannons that never fired a shot. And here's where you'll catch some of your buses. This area out here is where you'll catch some of your excursion buses. Some of your private tour excursions that you book outside of the boat will meet here. And that tall building there acts as a lighthouse. Lots of places, lots of places to sit and relax and just listen to the water and watch the waves and look for fish. Bonaire is a really nice, quiet chill place. And here's these pop-ups here on the left. And you'll see, we'll come, like, whenever the boat first gets there, you know, all these are full with people trying to sell excursions. But, you know, there's one of them here that's the Caribe Watersport Bonaire, which is the water taxi. You can get your island tours. Here's your water taxi that'll give you your times. You can buy your tickets there on the way to Carol's. And then, of course, before you get to the actual gate where you can get into the boat, you have this is, you know, see your bus drop-offs. But here's your main shopping area right here, your main port shopping area. So this has most of your souvenir shops, a couple pharmacies, jewelry shops. You know, I of course picked up some Caribbean candy bars and soft drinks here because that's just what I do. So let's get back on the boat. Bonaire was a fun time. Highly recommend Klein Bonaire. If it's your first trip, still I would do Klein Bonaire. If it's your second or third trip, I would do Klein Bonaire again. So thanks for meeting me at the Crossroads, and I'll see you on our travels. Bye.